maybe my read on Pango versus Slardar is not correct, but I figured Slardar would do very well in this matchup. Can't you just press stomp whenever Pango uses his shield crash?
Nice. You know, they are getting stuff out of the lanes, right? Their cores are not getting nothing. It's just that they're not putting any pressure really onto BetBoom's cores.
Exactly. And for like a Slardar, being able to just get full free farm first 6 minutes is pretty Slardar, but move comes out, nothing to say.
First rotation, and finally the first blood. Always the one that you're happy to find it on here, getting it as the mid.
Definitely.
Nice.
Even looking to go for Pure.
They'll try and dive forward, but Planet, my goodness, nearly ends up dying, but Pure's actually the one that has to end up TPing away, but
he goes down!
And without TP.
Oh, I don't think he expected that damage, but Bach. Miro, soon to have level 6. Seeing stacks, of course, come out from save, although a lot of them were prevented from the wards that were placed out earlier from Y. Here's that third hero.
And they're sort of trying to bait GPK in. Backup's coming in for GPK. The disruption from save.
More backup also, the heals.
There's the crush out on a Planet. Planet will try and dive away, but the laser's there.
Nothing to say.
He might be in trouble as well as he comes out of the Rolling Thunder. He's got a swashbuckle in a second.
He ain't getting away.
Indeed, he's not. GPK able to chase him down the river. Will miss the crush. Shouldn't matter, though. The poison stacks up. I mean, you could see that there. BetBoom were very much ready for that. GPK
does see the move coming. Of course, they have that ward that did scout everything.
And Pure's happy to walk
He walks back in.
He knows he's got backup on the way.
Sure does. GPK's here.
Going to turn towards Miro. Look at the X mark setup here. Snowball comes into play. Cooldown comes in on towards Miro. The shield comes out with the defense matrix, but Miro will fall.
The march.
BetBoom, what can they get in return? They're going to look towards Bark. Pure trying to chase for the kill, but nothing to say. Turns up. Bark gets the double.
He's
Bark
alive.
survives. Nothing to say. Comes crashing in with the Rolling Thunder across the three of them. BetBoom. What more can they do? They've got the disruption towards the end of the Rolling Thunder. GPK considering getting into position, but he has to still respect the fact that Planet's around. Bark, as low as he is, he's looking to get back involved in on this. Starts to get the goo onto GPK. Bark pushing the limits here on the bristle.
My God, this kiting from Bach, dropping a 10% HP for half the fight. Dead even after these lanes. Maybe a slight lead for Tidebound, of course, with the gyro, or with the bristle having this type of start.
And they're looking for Miro.
Difficulties as Miro.
Can he play his way out of this?
Got the
Talon 2. Boat coming in as well. And of course, he has got the Samler. He's going to get saved for now by the disruption from save.
They used the wrong Thunder.
He's not toggling his way out of that one. Ends up going down. Nothing to say. Seeing if he can maybe set up for something else. Has eyes onto GPK, but in the river with the back with the Tinker. Not someone to mess around. But GPK does jump in. He's lucky to not get caught by the shards there.
Off the mark again with the crush. Going for the rune. Bach is already there. He's actually going to spawn bottom.
Yeah, they're just going to continue to run at them, really, BetBoom.
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
There's going to be no slowdown from them. Katomi!
He's
TP in, but indeed these two supports can't do a whole lot about him.
He is very tanky. He's got the Holy Locket. The hole's coming in.
And maybe with the backup, they can make something happen here. They've got the Supernova into the Rolling Thunder. Nothing to say, gets the angle onto Katomi. Have they got the damage to kill off this Tinker? Katomi surviving throughout it all. Finally, he falls. GPK jumps in with the crush. The boat comes down onto both. Nothing to say.
Oh my God, these Tidebringers.
I mean, they're getting incredibly low, but can they actually get enough damage to finish them off? GPK is going to try and chase them out to the side. Planet will get taken out by Pure. They should find why GPK with the crush.
Oh my. Oh, and they're lucky to get out with these three.
I mean, they were so low.
This Shard, Slardar plus Tidebringer actually just, the two Tidebringer hits, look how much he did in the fight, if you want to see that fight recap.
I mean, dude, why you don't get the blade mail? Get yourself a Daedalus. Treat yourself.
I would love to see it.
Just rush crit.
I mean, blade mail's too valuable.
It is. And he's a sensible man. He's a professional player.
But that's a big deal. The fact that BetBoom can bait like that, and that's versus majority of the ultimates from the side of Tidebound, it's massive. They can make a lot happen. Right now, hard for Tidebound to fight into this when they've got this cluster.
I mean, Miro's, he's looking pretty deep here, Miro.
He's got the blade mail for Shiro. Shiro?
Got the X mark set up. Coming in with the backup. They'll try and bring him to safety, but he's gone.
Instant disruption.
They're going to kill him off. See if they can go for more here, BetBoom. As GPK dives around to the side, looks towards nothing to say. They turn with the punch, though. Kill off save. GPK, he's getting very low here to the damage output of Bar, because he'll die.
They bring everybody. So fast the TPs come in. Won't be able to bail Shiro out, but they do get 2 kills nonetheless.
Do you imagine there was sort of a period where, like, obviously the changes of Tinker back, I mean, whenever it was, what, months or a year or so ago, that the mids were like, oh my goodness, whoa. Talking about the mids, GPK jumped in. See what they can get here.
It's a clustered area.
It is. They're drop the ult down on towards Y. Pure's going to be able to turn and tear down the Tusk.
Still got Aegis.
Indeed, they don't want to throw too much down onto the Baron. Maybe now Bark's in trouble. The crush setup after the disruption allows them to close in, kill off the Bristle. They buy back here on Y, but there's no further fight to be had here from Tidebound with Bark dead.
Doesn't look like they'll be able to catch him, though. They have a dive AVULUS if they want to try, but let's see if that's the case. Pure.
And backup's on its way.
It's not back up. There's the AVULUS.
So they can try and force out the BKB from him. And he's going to get caught in the rolling thunder. He's not going to get the chance to pop the BKB. He's dead. Nothing to say. He's going to get momentarily trapped. But the rest of the team, they can still make this work. The disruption will come out on towards Katomi to try and save him for now. Miro's not going to be able to get out of this as he gets caught by the stun. Double kill for Shiro. Save. He'll be able to TP away.
What a fight approach. And they 100-0 him instantly. Pure just hesitant with the BKB. GPK.
So they can go for him as well. Underneath the tier 1. They'll try and slither his way to safety, but the punch gets him.
What a fight. And it's not even really a fight. It's just a domination from Tidebound.
It is. I guess, you know, that's a rough one to lose there for BetBoom.
Yep. Back smoked up, looking for the battle.
See what they can get.
On Shiro.
It's a good catch, but the save comes out with the snowball. This time Pure not messing around with the BKB, pops it here. They've got the demonic purge slow onto Shiro as they'll kill off Shiro through his BKB. And
now an actual approach team fight where Pure is able to do something. Don't believe that they want to fight without their gyrocopter, but they actually are setting up. All right, Bach.
GPK.
They're going to try for it. The roll's coming in.
Yeah, nothing to say with the Rolling Thunder. Good damage onto GPK as well. GPK's falling pretty low. He's got to be careful. Pure will be able to finish up the Roshan, get the Aegis secure on the Ursa. Jumps forward towards Y. Y is able to get the snowball off in time. Nothing to say. Slides up the high ground with the swashbuckle.
It's a good
Supernova in a good position. It's going to stop BetBoom from being able to chase up to the high ground. BetBoom keep the distance. Now the Supernova's gone off. Maybe BetBoom can get back in.
Pure, he's looking for backline.
Let's get to the jump across. This time he finishes off Y. Bark. Trapped up by the X mark. Pure wants to keep this going. So close in on the Bristle, getting those swipes stacked up from Bark. And managed to move away. Enough slow stacking up in return onto Pure to stop the Ursa from chasing.
I think GPK just finished up his Ags as well, and a haste rune. They got a lot of timings on BetBoom here.
Shiro.
Shiro.
GPK's found him. Needs him with the jump. The BKB comes up in time. Y drags him to the side with the drinking buddy. They'll get the cooldown off and nothing stays in with the rolling thunder. Gets the stun off onto the three of them. GPK and Pure falling low. As Katomi goes down, Pure has to go for the BKB TP out.
He just
GPK
leaves.
dies, and the rolling thunder continues to catch Miro again. Miro's going to try for the TP out, but the Yules is there to put a stop to it. Tidebound very much ready there for the fight that BetBoom tried to catch them off guard with.
Holy I mean, why? And every time, just ready.
And they could go again. I mean, they've just got a full AC done on Bark and a full Satanic done on Shiro.
All right.
Pure. He's going to get found. Uh-oh.
Aegis 3, 2, 1.
It's
they
gone.
timed it.
They've got to try and bail him out of this. He's going to go for the BKB TP out. They're going to be able to kill him off through it.
What a timing. Tidebound.
They're BetBoom slipping up.
This push is strong. This could just be a Rax.
They've got the AC, they've got the Satanic on Shiro, so he can continue to self-sustain.
Let's see.
Sit up on this high ground, look to do some damage. There's a full minute without the Ursa in action.
Let's see
Now they
Katomi.
jump forward, they get the gap closed on towards Katomi. The boat coming down. Y's going to get dragged back into it. GPK's in with the crush, trying to play aggressively to finish up the Tusk, but Y's fine. Dive for from Planet, he's in with the Supernova. GPK's got to run, but he's getting slowed down, burnt down by the Sunray. Supernova stun catches onto him. GPK, he's dead as well. No buyback on him. They'll try and get the X mark dragged back onto Y, but Y, he's got nothing to say by his side. He's able to get the blink back off to the low ground. This is going to end up dragging him outside of the base because of the Lotus. Miro's put himself in a terrible position there off the back of his own Lotus play.
And that was his gem too, so gem hits the deck. Tidebound can continue this push. Katomi's still alive for the defense, but they lose because they had all these items coming in. They're gonna look for a smoke connection. Let's see if they can get on top of this gyro. Let's see if they can prevent the save.
Who's gonna get the jump first?
Pure.
They get the jump on a Bark, not the ideal target. Pure's gonna try and jump the backlines, but he gets punched up by Rot. Why? Pure bounces back down to the low ground here with the Ogre Seal Totem, but nothing saying the river. He's caught GPK. GPK's just caught in starts. He's dead. Pure will be able to jump back up to the high ground here with the BKB and the Enrage, but nothing says closing in on him. They've cleaned up both GPK and safe. They're ready to look for more. Miro tries with the TP out, but why? In with the snowball, puts a stop to his escape. They'll get a third kill, and they'll lose nothing Tidebound.
And these team fights are just too strong. The perfect execution, it seems like, from Tidebound now at this point, especially with this lead. Bach just shows his face and everyone gets free spellcasts off.
The team fight's just too strong. BetBoom can't fight into this.
GG.
And they'll tap out. GG is called. Tidebound take game one as BetBoom, they crumble, folks.
Absolutely crumble too, right? They had a 9,000 gold lead. They have their Ursa Aegis. Again, they get a successful, even after that kind of, what do you call it, like a throw or an advantage take that Tidebound takes from that.
Not team fighters for like the late game fights. And I think the longer and longer the fights would go for Tidebound, the more they would stack up the goose stacks. You know what Fog said, you have to win the sentry battle. Otherwise,
you have to, yeah.
Monkey will beat Sand King for sure.
But he can just defensively put a sentry on his high ground, and Sand King can never go walk and hit it twice.
Still managing to have a bit of an early game here with the farm.
And he's 6, so he has Epi. So if there is a rotation that comes in, he can post kill threats still onto these side lanes with an Epi if there's an overextension. Shiro, the Monkey King is rotating up.
They're going to try and go for him.
Stomp will connect.
It will indeed. So
and
now with the Bucharest coming in, GPK might be in trouble. He'll turn and get the Boundless off. He'll stand his ground with the Wukong's command, but he's dead. And now with the Epicenter, nothing to say, walks down Miro, double kill here for the Sand King.
We've seen this before.
And that hurts so much, right? When you had this great lane as a Monkey King, you go for that first play, you end up dying, and not only just dying, but dying in a situation where it's you and your offlaner dying to the enemy mid.
To the guy that you were dunking on. He's down.
That's rough.
He's ahead of you in net worth and experience. Yeah, that's huge. I mean, as we said, the Monkey Kings, sometimes these overextensions can come out.
See if they can get bottom.
Bach.
They should be able to have him here. He's skewing in aggressively, moments to go, won't be able to get out.
Nice move.
So gets back in, we'll be able to set up something here for Pure on the safe lane, at least GPK.
But nothing to say. It's literally, it's like that lane never happened at this point. Level 7, good counter kills.
Top tower is under attack.
Yeah, and as you say, a great stomp there, really, to stop GPK from getting that chance to finish off the kill.
Yep. Just literally right on the cusp as if there. King does connect, nothing to say, gets a shield rune. Is it enough to protect him? It doesn't look like it. GPK still going to be, he's got to kind of do this.
Is it not still going to be a situation where you'll have the Mage Slayer, but you're still going to want to have the BKB pretty early this game?
I think he's still going to probably go it, yeah.
To the point where are you going Mage Slayer into the BKB? Or you get something else in between?
Mage Slayer shard BKB, but either way, I mean, he goes down.
Just gets completely controlled by the two of them.
This is always the issue that I think me and you talk about it a lot, is what do the Monkeys build that feels really good, that doesn't make it fall off? We'll see if these end up working out, because he's going to slow down quite a lot there.
He has, yep.
That's 2 back-to-back. Well, not 2 back-to-back, but 2 deaths in this early game.
Just continued top spot for nothing to say. He's having a great day today.
He's got a haste rune, making his way top. Arrow, maybe getting solo killed here.
He is.
Whoa. I mean, Shiro showing why they want the first pick gyro.
First pick gyro, got you good there.
Yep. These stacks here, no stacks, but they'll just farm the triangle. But TPs are coming in. GPK considering to get involved, but just hard to close the gap. He's gonna jump in.
He's gonna go for it. Makes the jump on towards Planet, but the sleep comes in from Y. Planet able to turn with the wheel, trying to hold the back. They'll drop the Doom down on towards him. They'll kill Planet off and chase down Y.
He's speedy. Is the pick pull fast enough? It is not.
And he's going to be able to walk that one off. So they make the commitment for the action. They do have to use a Doom. Swinging around towards the bottom lane now. They've got eyes on Bark. The Bark has got a lot of backup.
He sure does. They have to kill him in the stun.
Bark.
He's actually making he gets the rage off.
Yeah, it's an instant reaction there with the rage. A risky move for Bark to try and make.
I'm surprised he went for the jump himself. Looks like they're still looking for the angle for this Tormentor, the stun.
They get the catch on to save. GPK's here.
Pulled off his tree.
He's thinking about the Wukongs, but now Bark's in with the jump. They'll get the setup. Boundless into the Wukong's command. The escape pack comes out, trying to help Bark get out of this. They're in with the Burrow Strike. Shiro to the side. They're taking GPK out of the Wukongs. Shiro in on top of it, but GPK's healing up with the Jingu Mastery. The wheel will control the 3 of them for now. Gives a bit of chance for the rest of Tidebound to try and run, but the Shackle Shot latches in onto Shiro. Shiro tries to turn and fight back. A big fear onto the 3 of them, but Shiro will fall. GPK gets the double. Might get more here as well.
Oop, GPK.
Bark is here to help out. Has got the Shockwave Skewer. Planet able to tame him for the moment.
Another power shot. Tries to get the scout, can't get the connection. An awkward start for Tidebound with the RP whiffing and then starting a fight without it, then not having Skewer instantly. Hiccup there from Tidebound. GPK.
Bark.
Going for it again.
Got the catch. Follow with the burst strike again with the wheel trying to control him, but do they have the damage to bring him down? The heals coming in. RP backup. They're using to lock down GPK, but he still survives. Able to get the boundless off and the Wukongs. The shield comes in from Kataomi. GPK, can they finally
He's
finish
still
off?
alive.
The heals continue to come in. They can't kill him for now. The splitter, it's going to get dodged, right?
Yep.
He's in with the
Beautiful dodge.
mischief. Dodges it. They can't kill him.
And the Mage Slayer as well too. The BetBoom, they're the ones who are actually prepared. Their ults are at the ready. Nothing to say. So right on top of him.
So if there's going to be help to get him out, there's not. Doom gets dropped down.
Bach actually gets the Force Staff, but the Doom comes out on the Force Staff and dispels it.
Dire's top tower
He's got options here as the Monkey King.
I feel like he can go something like an S&Y even. It doesn't even feel that bad this game. Versus the RP and the heavy disables, it could be something he could consider if he doesn't want to go full D.
Because yeah, if he can get S&Y on top of the Mage Slayer with good timing, yeah, good luck killing him.
Yeah. Bottom, Shiro's found again.
They're able to get on top of him. Is there any save coming in any time? There's not.
The big Wombo combo team fight, it's not connecting.
It's not at all.
They're making the moves first. As Roche, easy pickings.
middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, because it... Whoop.
They will find Planet. Solo kill. Slow paced game. Just goes for the Doom on him. They have a ward on this far side.
GPK's coming over.
They're expecting
Fuck.
the catch.
Get the Horde toss onto the three.
RP on
RP
three.
as well into the wheel. They've been able to clean up Katomi and GPK.
Oh.
And they're doing it a second time here as they look towards Pure. He's got the rage.
He's got no infest.
Can he get away from this?
No way, he just walks away.
Bark's going to try and chase forward. Pure's pretty speedy though. Miro watching him from the side. He's actually going to jump in aggressively. Miro goes for the Doom play. What?
Miro?
I mean, he's going to BKB, try and TP out of this.
Oh my goodness, he's
Oh.
dead.
I mean,
It's happening again. Oh my god, I got lucky. I got these other two guys. They blinked into when I'm jumping the Tinker.
I think I want to... We'll see if...
I'll see you in a second.
Well, BetBoom can find here. Pure. They're going to move back in. Bark forces away.
Comes right back.
So if they can get anything more white, we'll be able to get out the Gale just in time.
I'm looking at neutral items really quickly. Okay, nothing to talk about.
Oh, they might find them here though.
Shiro.
Oh,
Off the
he's
eggs.
able to get the BKB off. See what they can do and turn and fight here. Good skewer
RP.
into the RP here. Gets the
on three.
setup. And still has to back up a little bit here on Shiro. Miro's able to back away with the BKB. Does fall incredibly low. GPK gets the Wukong's command laid down, but they're able to get out to the side here. Tidebound yet to lose anybody. Finally, Y will fall. Pure.
Buyback on Katomi.
It's going to chase down Planet. Jump forward again for GPK. They clean up a second support. Beautiful boundless there
What
from
play.
GPK. Lines up and catches Shiro as well. That's Shiro gone for 70 seconds, and he's been spending the gold. He's out without buyback. He's got, he's got Vase and he's got the lifesteal, right? So he can kind of safely start chipping away at him.
I just think they don't know exactly where GPK is. You know, if you start doing that and he's just standing on the trees, you give them a free initiation. They're going to start backing up to their base. Pure.
But
Get the
he's
catch.
in.
They get the hex.
They get the Hex. The RP's there as well. Is there any sort of save in time? There is. Pure's going to be
Shackle.
more than fine. He's able to
Doom.
turn and in fact get the lockdown on towards Shiro. Shiro's in trouble. The escape hack comes out, trying to get out of there, but the Doom will slowly but surely bring him down. Shiro's gone.
Invest.
It's Miro able to keep Pure safe inside him. Jump forward again for GPK. They're ready to dive tier 4s. They're in on towards the Sanking. Nothing says. Got the other skewer back on the GPK towards the first.
Gets
If
the
the
BKB.
BKB's off, he'll be able to step back. Triple kill for Pure.
He's too tanky.
I mean,
even with
he
the
really
hex.
is. They get the Hex into RP, but they only got him down to about half HP.
Just way too tanky. That was with everything on top of him too. The ET
was.
Spirit. They had literally everything going.
I mean, maybe you're right as well. Maybe if it wasn't a Satanic and it was a damage item like the MKB and he still had the Crystalist, maybe they could have threatened to kill more.
That's true. I mean, going for the Satanic actually did nothing for him. So
Well,
buyback comes out.
they're going to try and hold it 4 versus 5, but it could start getting pretty messy for Tidebound. Bark's gone. He's also got a buyback available. They've already used 2 here from nothing to say on why.
They're just hitting tier 4s. Pure.
Miro's in again. As the tier 4s are falling. They're Gyrocopter Shiro. You do have to be a little careful with the Magnus. You know,
Look at the
you
map.
don't have a huge amount of mana to play with.
Look at the left side. Miro looking for his prime
He's looking
target.
for Shiro. He's in. The BKB will
85.
come out, but the Doom has been dropped down. So I guess the best thing for Tidebound is if they can just get out of here.
RP.
RP's going to be used. The first one. Refresh is going to be popped. There's the second one. Do they have the follow-up? They're bringing Miro down low, but the BKB comes off as well as defense matrix. Doesn't matter. Miro does go down. They've killed Pure the once.
Shiro's gone.
But Shiro's out. This time around, he does have the money for buyback, so we'll get back in on the action. Nothing to say. Bounces away. Pure moving in with the rage. Nothing to say. We'll get safely back towards the fountain. Pure turns over towards Y. The balance track down on the Shiro. Shiro will be able to get the Satanic off. Y trying to scramble back to safety. Will manage to make it out of there, but Shiro's in trouble. Pure and GPK, they're in on top of him, but Bark's in. Gets the horn toss into the Skewer back on towards Pure. Drags him back over towards the fountain, but Pure, he was able to get the Ghost Scepter and get it off. Gives him a bit of safety and enough time to put the rage. Turn back towards the Ancient as BetBoom look to try and finish this off. There's no Shiro for nearly 2 minutes.
Did he buy Ghost Scepter, sell, buy Blink, and blink out?
He absolutely did,
folks.
folks.
Sick. And Pure
ready to style on them here to close it up.
stepping it up after that last game when he made some slip-ups. This one he's doing clutch moves. Pure.
He's going to get the rage off.
He gets the rage off pre-hex.
Does have to be a little careful. He's sitting pretty low.
Healing back up.
They're trying to do their best here, holding with the 4 of them.
Bak.
And he's not going to get the angle for the Skewer back. Escape act. We'll keep Bug safe for now. GPK's in. Gets the jump on it. Nothing to say. Nothing to say. Gets the burrow strike off. Doesn't matter. And nothing to say. He's dead. Pure. He's tempted to dive the fountain. You've got to be a little careful with this Magnus around.
GG.
And indeed, they'll tap out. Game 2 here. Going to BetBoom. We're going to get a game 3 fogged.
Very appropriate too. You know, BetBoom in that last game, they had some difficulties that ended up happening in terms of the team fights. Pure in particular holding BKBs.
Like, that's not a good matchup. Not necessarily, right?
Which also rotates a Sand King to mid, and he got
Sand King, yeah.
dumpstered in
Like,
lane.
if you're going to first pick your carry like this, there has to be, like, more of a gotcha pick later down the line here. But it's not like Veno level fast or Sand King level fast, so this does provide a problem, for sure. But they had to throw Tiny in the off lane to really make this work. So Tiny disruptor lane is probably not going to stop Morph.
I had never seen Bristle versus Huskar.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, so obviously it's going to get very hard once those spears, the levels start coming up. But I think Nothing to Say can do a pretty good job of dragging
Okay.
as Bristle. I want to say that, but maybe not. Maybe he's just dead. Maybe like just be dead.
Yeah, he's dead. Yeah, rest in peace.
I hate
Okay,
Huskar
first
so
blood for
much.
GPK. I mean, yeah. But it's just, and as the Panos, they did have options
They did. I thought they were
to
going
sort of switch things up.
They have the glyph available for the dive. They're hunting for him.
Oh.
Another TP's coming in. They're bringing it numbers. The Quills.
Oh. Hey, they got
The
it!
Quills!
Hey, there we go. GPK down.
And save 2. The support rotations, they work. One more hit. Oh, you say
He's salving up.
He does not have a way out of this, though. No TP. Planet with that chakra. That Quill, it definitely added up. Not expected.
So I guess that's the thing, right? He got to live for that kill, but it was split between him and the 2 supports.
Yeah, and I guess, okay, so, trying to, silver linings and everything, too, is now they can leave bottom, right? Shiro needs nothing. Probably didn't really need much anyway, since he was versus Disruptor and a Tiny. They can look to just make moves around. Planet?
This time should be dead.
Definitely. So let's see if the supports just kind of, and they're giving Miro actually the wisdom here too, so boosting up their Tiny even more. Save in the mid lane.
Oh, they want to try and kill Nothing to Say.
Got a glimpse.
Back into the kinetic field.
This time they got him easy.
And he's gone. Not going to be a fun game for Nothing to Say on the Bristle.
Definitely not. And there are definitely spells that can trip up Shiro. Disruptor, even though it was picked before the Morphling actually came out, they will at least have a silence to deal with him. Bak.
GPK trying to close the gap a little bit there.
Bak can't TP. There's a Disruptor here now.
Yes, they've been pretty pesky with his presence.
He really is. This 4-position Disruptors, just because the strength of their independent cores, it's actually doing quite well.
And it is a very nice armlet game, right? Not a lot
It's a great one.
of sort of dots that are going to be thrown down onto you.
By Planet.
So if they can find anything in return, they're looking at Katsuomi.
Level 6 on Bak.
He's got the golem, he'll drop it.
We'll let him back away. Just really doesn't want to give up any extra kills. Gonna be able to put some extra pressure onto this tower here. Save.
That's very risky.
They just popped the split. Pure goes for a wraparound play.
He's going to be able to jump back towards the rest of his team, but the shackles
Pure?
are in, and indeed, Pure, he walked in.
He just gave up his up.
Oh, okay, and now,
Shiro will take that all day.
indeed, he's ready to be the PA himself, turns into him, closes the gap on Akadaomi. A couple of times this series, Pure's done this. He's walked into some fights at some pretty rough angles, folks.
I mean, last game he played almost flawlessly, but the first game he did have a couple approaches that were weird. That one, I'll run directly into Pure. There are 5 heroes surrounding him. There's no Disruptor ult, but Shiro completely alone.
Look at the avalanche. He can just sort of buy his time here, but getting away, it's not going to happen.
Quickly brought down.
Are scanning.
Catch. Doesn't get the shift off. Can they burst him in time? They can. Nice glimpse.
Able to pick up the 2 bounty runes on the way out there, though,
True.
Shiro.
Very true. They have a lot of good ones. Even the Coddle one, if you got it,
Yep.
was nice. That
Are
extra
scanning.
recall plus extra heal is nothing to scoff at. Gets the shift off. Shiro.
Not going to be able to burst him. Another Gale here from Y. Kind of dragging Miro back.
Gets the shackle.
Now we get the angle. Bringing in the Brew, but Buck's going to get dragged back by the Glimpse. Still, though,
Nice
Shiro able to
form.
turn into the Tiny, use the Avalanche against him. And there we go, picking up the Tormentor, picking up that Shard, paying dividends straight away.
Immediately. And Shiro, really good play there, using that Tiny against himself.
Oh, they're going to lose to Roche.
Should be able to set up with it with
Yep.
all the minus armor.
Should be able to take, I mean, they're going to try and contest this, surely, BetBoom. I don't think you let this go away for free.
They've got BKB on GPK. They've got Golem.
See what they can do. 3 in the pit. The Golem's going to get dropped down. The Static Storm follow up as well here. Catching the 3 of them with the silence. That's Shiro gone. Nothing to say to fall. They just walk up and drop an easy team fight. Buck will be able to get the primal split off, but he's got to use it to run. They've got no fight surely left to have. I mean, they're trying to poke back and mess around with GPK is looking to finish off the Roshan.
Bach has to be careful. He is at, what, a 200
It's
HP when
risky,
it ends.
yeah.
Attack.
It's also not that great versus BetBoom. Power shot
Looking for Miro. Shackles there.
to the Cobalt.
Miro. He's going to need the coverage here for the Static Storm. The Golem to drop down from his supports to try and help him out. Now GPK ready to get over to the backline.
Shiro?
Takes out Y. Miro will fall. But
Shiro?
Shiro's committed him pretty deep for this. He's got to head back. Pots the Manta, tries to walk this off. We'll have to wait for him back up to get back to the safety of the tier 3. But Bark's still outside of the base.
Glimpse.
The drag back, but he's got the split. So stays safe.
But they force a split completely defensive. They absolutely are lacking this extra off, their offlaner. Bach is still only level 11.
Is under
It's not even 12 yet on this brew. Planet's level 13, so
Miro.
it's going to be quite weak as
They're going to find nothing to say.
We'll find a kill,
They will. He'll get safe.
but we'll get brought down. And the Aghanim is just so good versus Bristleback. It's good versus everybody, but of course versus Bristleback in particular, since it taunts and you just can bring him down in seconds. Is Bach 12 yet? Okay, he is. So he does have level 2 split, at least on line 2.
Let's see if they can jump first.
No.
Miro.
Instant jump.
He's going to get the avalanche on the 2, then gets the toss back onto YY. He's able to get away with the wind run. Static Storm and Golem drop down here. Miro
Miro's
though
gone.
falls. Pure tries to jump over towards the backlines, but they're kiting him pretty good.
He's deep.
Pure's got to back off now with the remainder of the BKB. Y survives throughout this all. As
GPK.
BetBoom, they don't get the kills. Now GPK will get the BKB off. He's able to jump over towards Shiro, gets him with the taunt. but the shift is there.
GPK! They got
GPK's
him.
dead. Shiro doesn't even get close to dying as he cleans up the double kill. Pure's able to jump away, but the Rock's going to follow up on him. Gale as well, bringing him back.
There he
Yep.
might be able to keep chasing.
They wanna
Why
try.
not? It's true.
See if they can get this. Shackle.
Shackle.
Oh, onto the 1 tree as well.
He's got another jump.
But
Nothing
look
stays on
who's
him.
ready for him. Nothing to say is there. They close in onto Pure. They're going to get the PA as well.
And another.
They might even get the Warlock on top of it. Kataomi also to get taken out.
Wow.
What a fight there from Tidebound. They were more than ready.
The shackles connected perfect. They had the double BKBs at the ready. BetBoom. Miro, he jumps in thinking he's got a pick off, but it's all 5 again.
Yeah, they just turn and kill him.
Oh, wow. We've seen this from Tidebound multiple times in this series.
The
Even the
team
game
fights.
that they lost, it's the team fights. Remarkable stuff. Punishing the greed, really. The Blink Echo Saber build from the Tiny. Miro, though, now comes in. We'll be able to find nothing to say up aggressive.
Yeah, they'll stop the push. Still quite there.
Top tower is under attack.
Both teams waiting for the smokes to break. BetBooms will break first.
Pure.
Scouts it out.
He's kind of eyes on nothing to say. White trying to get the angle, but Mira's in with the jump first. Gets the toss back on towards White. They look towards the Wind Rangers, but the Will-O-Wisp is dropped down. White's still alive. He gets healed up. White, he's out of there. They couldn't kill the Wind Ranger. They've lost Miro. The Will-O-Wisp dragging in the PA. Pure finally gets the BKB off, but he can't still finish off White. White survives. Pure jumps in, looking towards Planet, but the Ghost Scepter's up. Planet is perfectly fine, and now Pure, his BKB's come to an end. He's trying to finish off Planet. Can they kill these supports? Why and Planet survive through it all? Pure's dead, and now Buck's ready to chase down Katomis. Gets the drag back here. Katomi's gone.
These
they
supports
couldn't kill the supports, Fogged.
They built, and that was the two of them bailing each other out. The Glimmer literally got delivered as they jumped Innocence. He gets it off on himself, then Y gets the heal.
And it continues.
What an insane fight. Again, Tidebound. This series has literally just been them just showing how good they are at team fights.
Game 2, they couldn't get it together, but yeah, Game 1, Game 3.
Lost the last 2 team fights quite handedly. So they're probably feeling pretty scared to just take a head-on fight.
Miro.
He's gonna try again.
And he gets the opening with the toss back into the taunt. They're trying to burst through the Brewmaster. Can they do so? They can. They kill him off, but at the same time, nothing to say. He's cleaned up the 2 supports himself.
And Miro's dead.
And as Shiro's ready to dive in, comes in with the break, destroys GPK. Sweet boost there as Shiro turns into the PA, uses the Fan of Knives against the Huskar. Pure, BKB is trying to get in, at least clean up the Golem. But they're coming in with the buybacks themselves, Tidebound. They want to keep on the aggressive here on either Miro or GPK.
And they have the sustain to just stick here.
They
can just keep hitting it.
Yeah, they're on the tier 4s.
Oh, and they've done it.
The split's up. BetBoom, 3 against 5. Is there anything left that they have in the tank? Pure's trying to step up, but the Will-O-Wisp, the Gale, for blowing him back. It's over. GG's called. Tidebound take the game. The series, it's theirs, 2-1 against BetBoom.
In a really cool fashion, too. In their own fashion, based off of team fights. Not looking for these counter picks, doing some type of
counterplay to that is buying Ags, right? But
yeah, we even saw people like rushing Ags when Disruptor wasn't.
Yeah, it just takes a long time to get there. And Save, unfortunately, he wanted the Ags. He tried rushing the Ags, only finished 2 components. He was that poor.